friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Terry, also known as the Inspire Planner, and today I am here with an unboxing for the new Tula XII Books Collection. Well, happy May, everybody. Today I am doing an unboxing for the new Tula XII Books Collection. We have a new planner set up and we also have some new deco. So if you are a Perks member, you may have seen this little sneak peek in your sneak peek bag. So many books, so little time. I am absolutely loving our new books collection. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First thing I want to start with is our deco because we do have all of the things. So I'm going to slide this away for a second and show you the new do-it-yourself book card kit. The papers in here are absolutely gorgeous. Now I know you all have seen me use our DIY card kit, so you're familiar with that, but I'm just going to go through it. We have 9 envelopes, 9 cardstock, so you're going to make 9 cards. We have a new sentiment sticker sheet. I'm loving these. These are on white, so they are easy. You don't need extra cardstock to have them pop. Also, the envelope seals. And then we have 9 pieces of double-sided paper. Now, some of these may look familiar to you because they were in our Create, Organize, and Plan kit, but some of them were not. And so we have absolutely beautiful papers for our card kit. So those are the double sides. And then, of course, you have 3 extra. And then our, crinkle noise, sound alert, we have 9 die cuts, 3 of each. So we have this adorable bookshelf with our plants. We have the adorable single book. And then we also have the stacked books. So you get 3 of each one of these in your kit. And then of course the bows, buttons, and bling. Okay, so that is our DIY card kit. Next up is our DIY bookmark. So this comes with a long piece of cardstock to make the bookmark with. It comes with 2 double-sided pieces of paper, decorative paper. Love that one. So you can actually make 2 sides of a bookmark. And it comes with a bow, single book die cut, and this adorable sticker sheet. So this is everything in your DIY bookmark kit. Next up is our Deco Kit. Now, this is a little bit different from the original Create, Organize, and Plan kit. Crinkle noise again, sorry. So you're going to get 2 pieces of white cardstock. I'm going to leave those in there because it's easier to get everything back in later. So Many Books is the name of this beautiful kit. I would definitely cut out this and make a little die cut out of it, so don't throw that away. It has 2 journal cards, So Many Books, So Little Time, and 1 more chapter. It also has our sticker sheet, and I am loving our new layout with the journal cards as a sticker. 2 envelopes in case you do want to make any cards or send anybody some happy mail. Die cuts. We've got 5 die cuts. So we've got the stack of books. We've got another stack of books. We've got our cute little book nook. Open stack of books. And last but not least, it also comes with 6 double-sided pieces of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these. Love the colors in this. And that is your solid on the back. Very same papers as what we just saw in our card kit, but bigger. And very beautiful. So that is our Deco Kit. And last but not least for our deco, we have 2 washi tapes. I have not opened these yet, but you can see how beautiful they are. So a regular size washi and a skinny washi in the same pattern. We also have a new books notepad trio. 3 notepads come in this beautiful collection. The larger one is ripping across the top, so it's horizontal. Then we have our tall notepad and also our small notepad. No collection would be complete without a set of coasters, and these are just absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the little book ladder, the little book nook. So many books, so little time. And good morning. Loving these, may have to get some more of those. These make great little gifts if you want to break them up individually and put them in cards too. Thinking teacher gifts could be really cute right now with a nice little gift card with it. We also have a brand new magnetic clip. It's gorgeous. I love the colors in this so much. And for those of you that have never had a magnetic clip from Tula 12 or are new to Tula 12, let me just show you how powerful these are. They are mighty. Along with our beautiful deco, Tula 12 is releasing 7 new book reading inserts, and I'm super excited to share these with you. So I'm going to start with the first 2, books to read. Now, this is a size large, and it has a place to write the book, the author, and you can check off if you read it. It is simply a reading list. I love lists myself, so I'm super excited about this one. I know a lot of you are going to be really happy with this one. Then we have books to read. Now, this one, if you like to jot down notes or get into specifics of things, this one is going to be one that you really like. You can put the book and the author, you can do a rating. It has 5 stars, the start and the end date of your reading time with this book, and then you can jot down any notes. You might want to say that you love the setting or you love the characters, or this was a new author and you really liked it. Or you may have some not so nice things to say if it wasn't a book that really resonated with you. But I love that you can keep track of it this way, and you have a place for those types of little small notes that you might want to keep about the books that you're reading. All right, next up are another 4. I'm doing these in groups in a specific way, and you'll see why in a second. So book wish list is very similar to our books to read, except that this is a physical book, like if you own the book. So you can write the name of the book, the author, and then you can check off if you own it or not. I love this because I have a lot of books, and I'm going to sit down and put them in here, which will be a little bit of a process. But at the end of the day, it's going to be well worth it because I actually have doubles of books too, because I will see one, I will buy it, I will see it a couple months later, forgetting that I own it, and I will buy it again. So this will be super helpful to kind of keep track of that physical inventory that you have. So I'm loving this one. I'll put this one over here. The next one is book quotes. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I read a book, something will really resonate with me. It's something that a character says, or it's a theme of a book, or something specific that comes out of that book, a specific quote. Now we have a place we can put them. And I'm loving this because I always try to remember where I read something or what it was from. And so now I have a place, and I'm really, really excited about this. So you can write the quote in here, you can write the book, you can write the page. You can take it a step further if you want to write the character underneath of it, or if you are finding a quote that really resonates with you and you want to share it with somebody else, you could draw a little arrow up here and put the name of the person you want to share it with. Lots and lots of different ways that you can use this. Love the quote bubbles, big enough to put good size quotes in it. And then of course, if you want to decorate it a little bit, you've got some space up here. You can use some deco paper or some washi as well. But this one is called Book Quotes. Next up is our book series insert. Now, this one is really special to me because I have just refound my passion for reading. I guess I took a little hiatus, and I'm super excited for this because I've been reading the Disney Twisted Tale collection. My son gave me one for my birthday, and I was hooked. So now I have a place where I can make my list. I shared that I was a list maker. Make my list and keep track of the books that I've read versus the ones that I need to read. And also when new books are released, I can keep track of that. I'm also very interested in the Seaside Sagas. And so I know there's a lot of those as well. So I'm really looking forward to spending a little bit of time and just getting my reading organized, looking for the specific books that I really want to read as opposed to randomly just pulling things off of the shelves when I see them. So I'm super excited about this one. This one's called Series Tracking. Next up is currently reading. Now, for some of you, I know you are going to absolutely love this one. Currently reading, you can put a picture of the book, and I actually have one that I've printed out. This is the next one that I'm going to be reading. This is just printed out on regular paper from the printer, not a sprocket or anything like that. So it's super easy. It's a 1.5 by 2 size, and it will fit perfectly right in that little box. So if you want a picture of the cover, you can have your cover, you can have the book, the author, the genre, you can do start and end date. If you finish the book, you can do the checkbox. If you haven't finished it, you can highlight that or circle it. And I do want to say, as just kind of a little disclosure, because some of you might be thinking, well, that's kind of odd. I have given myself permission not to finish books if I don't like them. Life is too short to sit and worry about a book that you don't really like or you're finding that is not very interesting to you. Give yourself permission not to read it. Absolutely. Now, it also has the 5 stars here that you can do a rating if you do finish it, or if you don't, you just want to not star it or give it 1, you can do that too. There's also a place here where you can do date and the pages that you've read, the number of pages that you've read. This part, I will admit, is new to me. I have never done anything like this before, but I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a try just because I do like to track certain things and I like to experiment and try new things. So I am going to give this a try. I'll keep you guys updated with how I feel about it, but I'm excited to try it. Summary and notes, and then next in the series. Now, I'm loving this next in the series line because for series like the Seaside Sagas, they are in a specific order and you should read them in order. Other things like the Twisted Tales aren't in order because these are just based on singular stories. So I'm liking that that's there because that could be very useful, especially if you are using something like this and you finish it and you're like, okay, we're on to this one. So this one is currently reading, really liking this and I'm excited to try it. Next up, and this is the last of the 7 that are launching. It's called Book Tracking. Now, I've already played in this one, so I'm going to actually pull this in just a little bit so you can see exactly how I've set this up for myself. So the beginning of it has a place where you can put your 12 books. These can be used in a lot of different ways. You can use it for recommendations. We have a book group that I asked at the beginning of the year what books people recommended, and I pulled books from that, and I can use those here. If you are in a Book of the Month club, you might want to put your covers here that you're reading. If you are in a book club that's not necessarily Book of the Month, you could put that here, or you can just track what you're reading. There's so many different ways to do this, but you've got the flexibility to make that what you want it to be. Next up is a tracking system, and I had created one of these at the beginning of the year in my journal. I just finished my journal and I realized that I was going to have to keep that journal out because my tracking system was in that journal, and it's now May and it's going to have to stay out all year. I was super excited when I found out we were going to have this because now I don't have to do that. So I transferred all of my tracker into this section. So you just write the months across the top. You've got boxes here. You can create a color code if you'd like. I did 20, 40, and 60 minutes. Some of these are actually much longer than 60 minutes, but that's the way I wanted to set this up. If you want to set this up for different increments, you certainly can do that too. And then I just went in and updated the boxes according to what I had in my other tracker, and I will be using this moving forward. The next page is favorite authors. This is definitely by far not all of my favorite authors, but I just started out with what I'm currently reading and what I've read in the past year to get this started. I think what I'm going to do though is use this column for my business books, my self-help books, my positive motivation books, all of those type things. I think I'm going to use this column for those authors because I do have quite a few of those as well. But you can, again, set this up however you like, but it's just kind of nice to have a list of who your favorite authors are and who you're reading. Then we get into the rest of the insert. Now, all the rest of the pages, not all of them, but most of them are going to look just like this. You're going to have 12 months. So you can go ahead and write the month across the top. I'm going to show you what an unstarted page looks like. So you've got a full calendar here. You do have the extra week just in case it starts on Saturday and ends on Sunday. You've got goals to read, actually read, books read, new releases, and books purchased. So I have set this up all the way through April, so I'm just going to walk through it really quickly. The way I decided to do it, because I want this to be a creative process for myself, is I just took some extra scrap decos and some stickers that I had, and I have covered in that bottom box if I don't need it, just with, again, something pretty, something visual. And then I took my covers, again, I printed them out, put them on the back of some solid paper, and I'm putting them in the calendar kind of where I started to read them. Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe, I was bringing into January, finishing it up from December, so I just kind of put that up top. 12-week year was more towards the middle of the month, so I'm just going to keep this space for my covers. I think that's going to work for me because I very rarely read more than 2 or 3 books a month. And if I do, I'll just kind of squish them all in there. So I'm not worried about that. So then I filled in my goals to read, actually read, wrote the names here, didn't worry about any new releases over here, and then books that I purchased in the month of January. Now, here's where I am being completely honest with you, friends. February was a complete bust. I think I read a few pages if I go back and actually look at my tracker. I read once in the whole month of February. So being completely honest here, but I still wanted to include February because that was life and that was what was happening at that time. So I still set up the calendar. I gave myself the goal. I didn't accomplish the goal, which is fine. I put my decorative paper down here and we're turning the page. Then we get into March and you can see the same exact kind of layout. I put the books in here. I wrote them down, bought a new book, didn't worry about any new releases. And then going into April, I will fill this in today because I have not filled that in yet, but this is what April looks like. And I will go into setting up May later on today. Now, in the very back of this, there is a book of the year. So you get to decide what your favorite book of the year was. How many books did you want to read? How many did you actually read? What your quote of the year was, what book and what page is from. And then you can do a little year-end summary here if you like to just kind of summarize things. You can do something as simple as, I met my goal, I didn't meet my goal, I really found a new author I liked, I completed a series. You can write whatever you want here, but it's just a fun little way to keep track of all the things that you've done with your reading. Now, that is all 7 inserts. You may not want to use all 7. I know I have my top 4 and then I added an extra one. So I'm going to show you right now which ones I'm going to be using. And then I want to talk a little bit about the possibility of this becoming kind of like a legacy for yourself, for your family, memory keeping. So my son works at Barnes & Noble, and so we are a very big book family. And I think at some point, whether I'm here or not, when he finds this and opens it and reads the things that I liked, the books that I was reading, the notes that I may have taken on them, the fact that I took the time to put the covers in there, especially because some of the books he's bought me, I think that this will be a very special memory for him to have at some point. The other thing that I think is super fun, and I want to share this with you guys too, I just want to find which one it is. It's this one, Books Read. If you have kiddos that are reading, I highly recommend you consider this insert. Reason why, this would be such a fun memory for you down the road, possibly them. Have them fill this out in their own writing, and that's going to become a very special memory. Book, author, they can decide how many stars it's worth. You can fill out and start and end dates, and then they can write just a little blurb about the book. Their favorite character was George, and he was very curious, right? Something like that. Nothing intense, nothing hard, but this will become a really fun memory to keep down the road. And if you have a couple of kiddos and you do one, you can see there's a lot of places to do a lot of books. This will kind of grow with them, which would be really neat too. So I highly recommend Books Read if you have any kiddos. All right, so these are the 5 that I'm going to be using. The book series, currently reading, book quotes, book wish list, and book tracking. These are the 5 that are going to go in my brand new reading planner. If I'm creating a new book planner, that must mean we have a new cover. So this is our books cover. How beautiful is this? So I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. The spine is our beautiful pebbled synthetic leather. It's awesome. We have a book charm in teal. And then the back of this, I just want to hold it up so you can see the texture. It's beautiful. It's a brand new texture for us. It's very soft, but it's not a suede. It's still the synthetic leather. It just has a very luxe feeling to it. It's beautiful. And then on the front, we have it embossed with just one more chapter and that sweet little book. On the inside, it is all the dark gray. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I do need a jump in, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how this all comes together. I'm just going to put a couple of inserts in here, but you just open your inserts up to where the staples are. And just pick up one of your elastic bands, slide this under, and you now have your insert inside. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a few more in here very quickly so you can see how easy it is, how it comes together. And when you have a jump band, you can add up to 8 inserts in here with 4 jump bands. You can get 2 per elastic. There we go. How pretty is this? Now I have one more thing that I want to share with you in reference to this specifically. I did mention that I am color coding my reading tracker. If you had gotten the Create, Organize, and Plan pouch, you may have one of these laying around. These are awesome pouches. They have a wide pocket here, and that's where I have my pens for my tracker. You also have a smaller pocket here that does go all the way down. So you can put other things, other pens in there if you want to store, or stickers or bookmarks or whatever you'd like to store. I'm going to put this on the back of my planner because it has an elastic band. So all I'm going to do is put this right over the pockets here. And we also have a pen loop, which my pen happens to be right here. And I'm just going to put this over. And now I have my pouch with my markers to track. The front of my planner and my reading planner is all set up to go. Now, if for some reason you missed out on this pouch, don't fret, because we also have it in blueberry, which is a really soft suede. It's beautiful and gorgeous. So you can also do the blueberry, which looks just as nice. How pretty is that? So that is our new release for our books collection. Today is May 1st. It launches today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested in looking or shopping, I'm going to drop the link below in the comments. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me and learning more about our books collection. I hope that you found some of the inserts that we now have available very handy and very useful, and I hope that you will give them a try. If you have any questions, drop #questions in the comments, and I will be sure to get back to you and answer them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this inspired you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you know somebody else that would love to see this video, please share it out. Have a great day, everybody.